Mac talked yesterday about how kind of the veteran guys on offense have played really well, but there's still a need for some depth behind the blue team. What have you seen at your position group, beyond you and Daz and maybe Bo, who has stepped up and shows potential to be able to contribute this year?
I'll say we are prepared. We have had some ups and downs on the offensive side for the blue group as far as the receiving core, but our young guys, they're rotating in. They're learning still, but as we get close to the game, we're just rotating just so everybody can get on the same accord.
For you personally, you became known as kind of a vertical route threat last year that can make splash plays. How did you try to improve, and what do you want to kind of show a little bit different about your game this year?
So for me, this year is to show everything more technique-wise, show that I can run a short route, show that I can, make a release at the line, beat the DB that's in front of me. That's pretty much what it is. The deep routes, it comes easy, but, this year is pretty much working on all technique.
Thanks, Dyami.
Thank you.
All right. Andrew Jones, you're up.
Hey, Dyami. What have you seen different from Sam this month that maybe we didn't see a year ago from him?
Oh, that's a good question right there. Sam is Sam, but the big difference from this year from last year is how he handles the offense. Last year he kind of had some help, reading the defense, but this year he took it to a whole nother level. He put in the extra hours in watching film. I want to say about an extra 5-6 hours at the practice watching film. And that's something new that he has done this year. That's a big difference.
Mac told us last week that Sam, he's lost a little bit of weight, and it was really evident in the first scrimmage, just in the way he moved, being maybe a little bit quicker. Have you seen that as well?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think he wants to get fast and show that he's a dual quarterback.
Cool. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go over to Jeremiah Holloway.
All right, yeah, so this is more of a off of the field topic, but it's still dominating the sports world. Obviously, you had the NBA protests over the last week, and then the UNC-led kind of athlete protest on Saturday. So I just want to get your thoughts on how important you think it is to have these conversations and these events in sports, and specifically within college athletics.
I think it's very important. It's something that not spoken about a lot as it needs to be. It's something that has to change, and what the NBA has done, what we have done here on the campus that had the protests, we all want to change, because it's not about just, being an athlete. It's having equality as an athlete, as a regular person outside of the sport. It's just we want to change, and that's what we strive for.
Yeah, and just one more question, and of course answer this to your comfort, but within your team and within that locker room, what have the conversations been like about racial injustice, and how do you think it's kind of helped you come together as a team?
Well, we all are on the same page. We don't look at each other as, black, white, whatever our race or skin color is. We all look at each other as a brother, So that conversation right there, we all agree. We all want the same thing.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, C.L. Brown, you're up next.
Hi, Monty. I wanted to see if you could kind of put us in what it's like to battle with the cornerbacks and the secondary this year. Coach Brown was saying that he felt like the DBs are playing at a high level. So I was wondering how that manifested in making everybody better, just having that competition level elevated.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, our secondary has got so much confidence, a whole lot of confidence, and it's made them better. Us going against them, and then them going against us, it just makes each other better. We go at it every day, every single day, 100% every day, because we want to get better. We might talk a little trash every now and then, but we also teach each other at the same time.
Who's probably the biggest trash talker for the receiving group and for the secondary group?
I say for the receiver group, it'll be me and Daz, and then for the DB core, it'll have to be Storm and LaDason.
All right, and last question, I was just curious what the morale, was there a point, during this camp where you saw the morale change, where maybe at the beginning guys were like, with the pandemic and all, I don't know if it's really going to come to, the season is really going to happen. but now you guys have shifted gear into actually focusing on Syracuse, and it seems like it's more tangible now. Was there a moment where you felt like, all right, we can go all in for real because it's really going to happen?
Right. I think we went about a weekend of camp, and all of a sudden we had a little break. They had to cancel practice for like a couple of days, and we was wondering, like, are we really gonna have a season? But we came back on the Monday, had a meeting. They told us that we're gonna play. And we had nearly 2 weeks to get ready, so now we kicked it to a whole nother gear. We're locked into them 2 weeks and focusing on Syracuse.